for everyone's time. My name is Lisa Reyes. I am the director of the Trauma Informed Systems Initiative, and I am very happy to be here with you all this morning for a mindful moment with the Trauma Informed Systems team. We will be hosting this call Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 11:45 during this time, this unprecedented time that we're living in with COVID-19, and as we are responding with the health department. If you'd like, I can stay afterwards for about, let's see, our call ends at 12, but I can stick around till around 12:10. If you have any questions or comments, you can either speak into your phone or write them in the group chat, and we will make sure we will answer your questions afterwards. So welcome everyone. My name is Lisa Reyes, and I'm really happy to be here with you all for a moment of mindfulness. If you joined us on Friday, Janae, my lovely colleague who was there, did talk about that we are living in unprecedented times with this coronavirus and COVID-19 and the shelter in place that we're all living in. So just a reminder to be gentle and kind and patient with yourself during this time. And also acknowledging that this may be times where we may feel re-triggered, like old traumas can resurface and re-traumatize. So just being aware of that and cognizant of that and being especially kind and gentle with yourself during that time. So I would love to begin this moment with you all with a grounding exercise, which is, we often call it connecting with a sacred breath. And also sometimes we call it the 4-1-5 breath in our TIS training. Sometimes we call it the 3-breath practice. So what I would like to do is invite you all to practice this 3-breath or sacred breath practice. And what you will do is you will inhale, a deep inhale, feel it all the way down into your belly button, and then have an audible exhale. The louder it is, the actual better it is, the better it is for us. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and then let it out. So it'll be 3 breaths at your own time. And when you do these breaths, it's just connecting with what you feel in your body and in your mind on the first breath. On the second one is kind of centering into that breath and feeling it in your belly. And then the third one can be, what is the next most important thing that you can do next? It is, what is most important next, or what is my next right action? And that answer will be different for everyone. So let's take a moment. You can open your eyes or have them closed. And then let's do our 3 breaths with an audible exhale. And when you're ready, you can return your attention to the screen. And what I'd like to say about that is the 3-breath practice can happen anywhere at any time. You don't have to do the audible exhale, although it is helpful to have an audible exhale. It can happen in your car. It can happen while you're preparing dinner. It can happen before a Zoom call or after a Zoom call, before or after you meet with a client. What's important with it is that it takes about 28 days for our brain to kind of re-register and make a new pathway to help us calm down and to help us use the practice of the 3-breath. The brain is a muscle, so it is important to work it just like if you were going to go to the gym when you work out a tricep or a bicep. It takes practice to learn that, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing to calm down. So to practice the 3-breath for 28 days consistently at a time when you are calm, so that when you are kind of frazzled and you connect with that breath, your brain will know, oh, it's a calming moment. It's time for me to calm down. So 28 days. The other thing I wanted to say about that is that our brain is really active. It has about 75,000 thoughts per day. So the 3-breath practice, or connecting with a sacred breath, helps us kind of calm down those thoughts, not immediately, but with practice. So by week 1, you're a little bit calmer when you do that 3-breath. By week 2, you're even calmer. By week 3, and by week 4, you're even at the calmest when you get to that 3-breath practice. I practice this with my son, who's 10, and it's helped him calm down. But it takes some practice and some commitment to get to that level of calmness. That is the 3-breath practice. I will now like to guide you through another kind of short meditation, guided meditation. And then at 12, I will open it up for questions if you have it. You can write them in your chat box, or you can ask them audibly as well. And then we will reconnect next Wednesday again. So for this mindful moment, I would like for you to find a spot that's comfortable for you to sit in or stand in. You can stand as well, or sit or lay, whatever you'd like to do. You can open your eyes, or you can lower your gaze and close your eyes, whatever is most comfortable and grounding and calming for you. And we're going to start this meditation with 3 deep breaths. If you'd like the audible exhale, feel free and do that now. And as you sit here, just bring attention to how it feels when you take the deep breaths in. Where do they feel most, where do you feel them most deeply in your body? For some, it'll be in your nose or in your mouth. For some, it may be in your throat. For some, it may be in your belly. And for others, it may be a whole body sensation. Just connect to where your breath lives most deeply at this moment. So paying attention to your inhale, your exhale, and also the space or the pause in between those breaths. If your mind travels, as it may, see if you can bring it back to the cycle of your breath, to your inhale and your exhale. Breathing in, holding, and breathing out. See if you can do a cycle of 10 breaths like that. If you find that your mind wanders in between as you're counting those breaths, just start all over at 1 and start fresh until you get to 10 again. Connecting with your breath, with kindness and curiosity. Noticing how it feels when you breathe in And when you exhale, if your mind wanders, just bring yourself back to your breath. If you'd like, as you breathe in and as you exhale, you could bring a slight smile to the end of your lips. And just connecting with how that feels. And if you'd like, you can extend that smile to your heart. What would it feel like if your heart smiled? Again, breathing in, holding, and breathing out. Just noticing what it feels like to connect with your breath. If your mind wanders, again, invite it back with kindness and curiosity to return to your breath. And for the last minute or so, continue to breathe at your own pace with an audible exhale if you so like. And I would like to invite you all, let's do a collective in-breath together with an audible exhale. And when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to all return your attention to your body, to the room. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. So it's a little bizarre because I can't hear any of you at this point, but it might be because I have you all on mute. But I would like to invite, okay, the sound is back on. So it was a little bizarre because I couldn't hear anything but myself. But I would like to, if anyone has any questions or comments, you can, if you're here through visual or video, you can write your question or comment in the chat box, and I am happy to respond to that. If you have, if you're just here on audio, if you have any questions, you can ask your question. But before you sign off, because this is our 12-minute, kind of our 15 minutes is up, I will be here for another 10 minutes if you have any questions or comments. But as a reminder, Janae, who is here as well. Do you want to do a hello, Janae? We'll be here with you on Wednesday at 11:45 to guide you through a session and lead you through another discussion or meditation moment, mindful moment with TIS. So if there are any questions or comments, we're happy to take some of those now, but I would remind you all to practice this for 28 days to kind of build the neuro pathway in your brain, to rewire it and build that muscle so that when you do the 3 breath practice that we practiced today, you can get to a calming moment quicker after 28 days, or when you do the grounding, breathing, mindful meditation. It will take a while for the brain to calm down and for the voices and the comments and the commentary to calm down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's lovely to see you all. I
Lovely.
see very familiar faces, but we will be here again. So I will be here if you have any questions or comments. But if not, I wish you all a lovely day. Hope you get some time outside to get some fresh air. Stay close to home, as they say. And we'll be here again on Wednesday.